Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Hello. You are being invited today to join in the live stream. So welcome everybody. Welcome everybody to the live stream. It's a lovely day, lovely Friday. I'm inviting everybody to come to the live stream, and and we just have a good time together. Yeah. So welcome everyone. Everyone is welcome. Whether you are from far away or nearby, everyone is welcome. Welcome everybody to the live stream. We have Rennie. Hello Rennie. Rennie Sparks is saying good afternoon, friend. Hello Rennie. Where are you connecting from, Rennie? If I may ask, where are you connecting from, Rennie? Rennie Sparks says, yes, I am happy. Happy holidays. Oh, happy holidays, Rennie. I can see you have given us some lots of celebrations there. That's very good of you. That's very kind of you. So, Rennie, welcome to the live stream. And I can introduce myself, and I will continue to introduce myself. My name is Mary Z Easy Recipes, and I'm here to host a live stream, and I'm very happy. And at the moment, we wait for more and more people to join in. So, Rennie says Western North Carolina or Carolina. Wow, that's really far away. And I always love to have people from far away. Oh, that's amazing. So Rennie Sparks is saying he's from Western North Carolina. Sorry for the late delay. I just had an operation. A total knee. Oh, you had a total knee replacement. Wow. Oh my God. So I hope you are, it's getting better in terms of the pain. I do, I do have a vivid idea about the knee replacements. So I hope the pain is under control. And yeah, I wish you a speedy recovery. Yeah, I wish you a speedy recovery. So Rennie Sparks is from West North Carolina. Carolina. Do we say Carolina or Carolina? I think it's Carolina. Wow. So Rennie Sparks is saying 40 minutes from Asheville North Carolina. How to do an adjustment? My seat. Oh, no. Oh, he says 40 minutes from Asheville, North Carolina. So he has to learn how to do an adjustment in his seat. In my seat, I had a total knee operation yesterday. I had a meniscus over the summer. Oh, he had a tear. Oh dear, and it failed. So it threw me into a total knee. Oh my God, I can imagine. That's not easy. But at least, these surgeons are really, they are good at their job. And many people have undergone the total knee. And yeah, hopefully you will recover and, get back to your normal. So we wish you a speedy recovery. And yeah, it's a really a major operation. Yeah, it's really a major one. So I hope if you just take it easy, take it slow, and just follow what the physicians are saying, and hopefully the knee will recover soon. Rennie Sparks says economy young for that, but some people have it in their 30s. All right. Oh yeah. Because of it's like, it's sort of like you had some injury, and then you had to go through this one. Wow. Yeah, it's true. Even young ones can have it, I think. Yeah. But some people have it in their 30s. Yeah, that's true. Wow, it's not any yeah, it's a major operation. It's a major surgical procedure, and yeah, I can just visualize what they were doing. I can just visualize what they do, when they do the total knee. Yeah. Rennie Sparks is saying, yo, yeah, I'm in a lot of pain. He's in a lot of pain. Yo, yeah, I'm in a lot of pain, but I know how to get myself comfortable in my recliner. Now didn't sleep real good last night at the hospital, so I came home today to get better rest. Yeah, it takes time. Take it, slowly, easy, slowly, and you will get there. I hope you get there, it will heal up. So Rennie is saying, so I am in a lot of pain, but I know how to get myself comfortable in my recliner. Now I didn't sleep real good last night at the hospital, so I came home today to get better rest. Yeah, that might be a good idea, because sometimes in the wards there's lots of activity and a lot of activity going on. So if you have the analgesias, then yeah, you can and just take them according to the doctor's instructions, and the analgesias will help you with the pain. And yeah, it is now you're on the road to recovery. Yeah, road, we call it the road to recovery. And yeah, you will get there. You will get there. So Rennie Sparks is saying, yes, it is a long, as I take my medicine on time every 4 hours. Yeah, that's basically the norm. I stay in control. Yes, I'm doing everything. So I'm doing. Oh, this thing. My phone sometimes plays up. Let me read again. Rennie says, yes, it is a long road to recovery. Yes, as I take my medicine on time every 4 hours, I stay in control, with the pain. Yes, I'm doing everything I was told to do at the hospital. I get my staples out January 6th. Oh, January 6th. Yeah, soon. It is soon, yeah. So they're going to staple out, and then maybe after that, you might start like physio, probably. Yeah, maybe you might get on to physio as well. So Rennie says, thank you so much. You put a smile on my face. Oh, you're welcome. And I'm really, happy as well that you managed to come and attend to this live stream. Yeah, we can always share this, this like what we go through in life. If you share with others, it makes the load a bit lighter, It makes it a bit lighter. So I'm happy that you are home now, and you are just facing that road to recovery. So next in January we want to see you like going like a little, taking a little step at a time. When they take off the staples. Yeah, it will happen. Because a lot of people do go through this knee replacement. Rennie says, let me read. Rennie says Carolina. Yeah, not the Carolina. That's where he is. And Rennie Sparks is saying, you say it any way you want to. Yeah, well, some people I hear them say not Carolina, and some people say not Carolina. So yeah, that's it. So Rennie says, oh, just say it the way you like. Whether you say Carolina or Carolina, it all boils back to not Carolina. So Rennie Sparks is saying yes. Rennie Sparks is saying it failed so 7 months. I suffered and I said I need another MRI. Something is going wrong, and I was right. I have to be my own advocate. I know my body. Yeah, that's it. That's what most people should do. Because it's you who was feeling the pain. So sometimes when you feel that pain, you just have to say, oh, let me go for this. Let me go for this. So which you did, which is a good thing. You gave yourself the decision to go through the surgical procedure. And yeah, that's the way it should be, you know, yeah, because we know our bodies. But sometimes you tell people, oh, I have a headache, and maybe your family member said, headache from where? They would start doubting you. And sometimes it, oh, I think I have like maybe I have a sore throat, and the people say, oh, is it the reason why you are not eating? Then the people, because they don't feel the sore throat themselves, they'll just say, oh, just eat, 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 and yet you won't be in the position to swallow. Yeah. So we are the ones to make our decisions when it comes to some of these medical issues. So Rainy Sparks is saying, anyway, you want to say where are you from real quick? I am in the United Kingdom at the moment. I am near London. It's just maybe less than an hour to London. So Rennie Sparks says, you are saying it perfectly. You say it any way you want. Oh, yeah, I know. You know, these pronunciations are really like tricky sometimes. It's like people from America have their own accents. People from Africa have their own accents. People from Canada, they are like towards the French accent. And people from Europe, they differ. Everyone is different. Even in the United Kingdom, you find that people in the South, their accent is different from people like from the North in the United Kingdom. So, as long as we understand each other, that's the that's the bottom line. So we are happy together today to be having a chat. I love chatting with people. So today I'm so happy. I have Rennie from South Carolina, and which is awesome. So usually I just want to note the people who come to the live stream, so that maybe I might. Oh, I forgot to ask Rennie. Rennie Sparks, do you have a channel? Do you have a YouTube channel? Rennie, I love your sweet accent. Oh, thank you, Rennie. So, do you have a channel so that I can follow you up then? Let's see who else has come to the live stream. Oh, we have Main World Dane. Hello, Main. Main World Dane. Hello. If you don't mind Main World Day, you can always tell us where you are coming from. I know the country, but if you want, you can tell the public, I mean the audience or the other guests in the live stream. You can tell them if you want where you are connecting from. And we know Rainy is connecting from America. I love America. One day I think I'll just fly across the ocean and go to America. Just to see what's happening there, especially in in your capital cities. In your metropolitan cities. So Main Weldon is giving us a like, and she's coming with lots of love and support. That is really beautiful. Hello, Main. How was your day today? And we are towards the weekend today. The weekend has already started. Over here, we are already in our weekend, and the weather has been fine. It was like showers all day showers. But the temperatures are like stabilizing. It's like 12, 13, which is fine. Sometimes I do love the cool temperatures, as long as they don't go to freezing point. I do love them. So Maine is giving us lots of hugs. And what Maine World Dane is saying, share, share, share. So thank you, Wayne, for encouraging the guests to share the video. And when they finish watching the live stream, they can always go back to my channel, which is at Mary Z Easy Recipes, and they can always watch what is going on there. There are videos, very interesting videos, and there are shorts as well, and there are playlists which I say they are always like an LP, It's like you are playing, the LP, the LPs, the LP, the musical things. So that's how they come about. Rennie Sparks is saying, yeah, just adjust yourself and do your breathing, deep breaths, and all that good stuff. Oh, yeah, to help, just to relax, and help with the pain. Yeah, that's good. So Rennie says, let me read it in full, Rennie. Rennie is saying, yeah, just adjust yourself and do your breathing, deep breaths, and all that good stuff, and I'll be all right. I'll make it through, like I said. I'm not the only one that had gone through this before. I got, yeah, that's the very, I love your spirit, Rennie, because I think you're a real, like a real fighter. You're a real fighter. From how you are just saying it, it's good to to give yourself some courage and to have some hope. And what else can I say? Yeah, to just say, oh, it will be good, it will be okay, it will be okay. Positivity. Yeah, that's what we call positivity. If you have positivity, when you face challenges, that's the best way to go. You just believe you will be fine. And in January, we'll be like, oh, is that rainy? Is that rainy? You'll be healing, Yeah, you will be healing. So Rainy says, we have to get our nutrition and fluids so we become well. Exactly, exactly. That's why, sometimes when you go to the hospital, you find the food is there, and the health care team are always like encouraging, oh, drink, 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 because they don't want people who are like not feeling well to get to the point of being undernourished. And they also talk about the importance of hydration. You must be hydrated so that your cells they try to function despite you being unwell. Yeah, so you have brought a good idea there. You have got a good point there, Rennie, that we need to keep up with our nutrition, and also it promotes healing and the fluids, so that you don't get dehydrated. That's exactly, what should be the case. So Rennie says, yes, yeah, he is just supporting the idea of proper nutrition and proper hydration, fluid intake when someone is not well. So main whale today is saying, giving us some support there and some beautiful emojis there, and loads of support. That's really beautiful, main whale today. And Rainy Sparks is saying, I love it. I know you had a sweet accent. As I suspected that, and I've never been there before. Oh, are you new here? Yeah, I know you are new. So Rainy, I'm let me introduce myself again so that you really know what kind of a person I am. My name is Mary Z, is Mary with a Z. Mary Z is recipes. But you can call me Mary Z, it doesn't matter. So, Mary Z is recipes is like a newly born, like a novice on the YouTube platform. And I'm still learning lots and lots of things from other people. And I tried to research and find out, oh, what is happening? What should I do? Because when you are new, you need to find out what to do. But I have some hobbies. So I've carried the hobbies from my normal life to YouTube platform. So I've just like, oh, it is an easy transfer, like a relocation of hobbies. So my hobbies in like during my normal days or my normal life is cooking. I love cooking, and I love gardening, and also sometimes I love like listening to music and watching films. And I also love selling. So I've transferred my hobbies from my normal life to the YouTube platform. So when you visit my channel, you won't be surprised if you know my hobbies. You'll see me cooking. You'll see me cooking. I try to cook any type of food, I don't have any boundaries. I just love to cook anything. I can cook fish. I can cook chicken. I can cook like a vegetarian, vegetarian meal. I can do a lot of salads, different salads. And I can also attempt to bake some cakes. So everything is, for just, I just try everything. So that's me. And those are my hobbies: cooking, gardening, I love music and watching films. When I get home, sometimes I do, like, especially during the weekend when I'm not like busy. That's when I said, oh, let me see what kind of film I can watch there. So that's me, you know. Rennie is saying, I love it. I knew you had a sweet accent. I suspected that, and I've never been there before. So I'll be here. I think if all is well, I'm just planning to go like hammer. When I mean by hammer, I mean I need to do the live stream after another, one after another, one after another. Like a series. That's my plan. So that's why today I'm here again to do another live stream. And Renny Spark says, I knew you had it. Oh yeah, I read that one. Renny says yes. And Renny says, beautiful accent, you gorgeous, very nice. Oh, thank you for the compliment. We are always happy to receive compliments. And Renny says, yeah, true. Renny Sparks is saying, me too. I'm honored we've got to meet on this platform. A wonderful woman, and a very kind lady as well. And that's how life should be, respecting each other. And every one of us, we work very hard. Yeah, you have nailed it, Renny. That's all we need. We need to like love one another. We should respect one another. We are like some people say, oh, the people of the world are like members of a village, a global village. It doesn't matter whether you're coming from Peru, whether you're coming from Canada, whether you're coming from Missouri, whether you're coming from from Uganda, or whether you're coming from Japan, or whether you're coming from Belarusi, we are all one people. It's just human beings. That's why, I don't know who named us like human beings. If we say human beings, it's all of us. It's inclusive. So there's no, we are just one person, one people. Renny Spark says, me too. I'm so honored we've got to meet on a platform. A wonderful woman and a very kind lady, as well as that's how life should be, respecting each other and every one of us. We work very hard. Yes, that's very true, Renny. And Renny Sparks is saying, yes, I got a little breathing machine too. Oh, you have a breathing machine. Oh, I can see. All right. So you use it like when you go to bed. Yeah, usually you just put it on your, the thing on your nose, and then when you go to bed, you switch it on. Some people do that. And Ren is saying, yes, I have got a little breathing machine too. A little, that goes up and down. Yeah, I think I have an idea of that machine. You can use it like maybe when you go to bed, or some people just use it and then on and off, on and off, on and off. Oh, we have another guest coming in our live stream. This is Maya PC. Hello, Maya. How are you today? And Maya, is it Maya? Yeah, Maya. And can you say hi, Maya? Hi, Maya. How are you today? It is lovely to have you in the live stream, Maya. I love your name, Maya. Maya. I have a little niece by the name of Maya as well. Oh my God! So it is a very nice name, and I welcome you, Maya. Alexine by Grace. Alexine by Grace. Oh, I love your new name, Alex. If you knew that Alexine by Grace is here today, she is saying, hi, Mary. Hi, everyone. So, Alexine is greeting every one of us, which is awesome. Maya says, can you say hi, Maya? Hi, Maya. Hi, hi. And Alexine is saying, hello, Maya Percy. And yeah, and those who in the live in the chat, you can always greet Maya. She likes to be greeted as well. You know, you can greet here. Alexine said, Rennie Sparks, dash R8U is saying, nice you could join today. Wish you a steady recovery and more relief. Yes, we are all wishing Rennie a steady recovery and a speedy one, steady and speedy. We want to see him up, 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 you know, like, you know, soon and soon, not very long, you know. We want to see Rennie fully recovered. Alexine is saying, oh, is it pronounced like me or Mia, Mia. I don't know Mia. I don't know if she wants us to say Mia or can you tell us Mia whether it's Mia or Maya? Can you tell us? Your name is beautiful. It's if we know how to pronounce it. I love that name. But that little girl whom I'm talking about, I think they call her Maya. Maya. Yeah. I don't know about the spelling. I haven't asked the mother about the spelling, you know. So that's Maya or Maya. So we are very happy today. We are very happy. And I was just saying, introducing myself to the new guests in the house that my name is Mary Z Easy Recipes, and I'm a lady who has some hobbies. My hobbies are cooking, gardening, and I do love music and watching films. And sometimes I do sell a little bit of stuff, like little things. The most of the things I sold so far are like maybe some bracelets. You know, I've sold some bracelets, and I find it so enjoyable. If one bracelet sells maybe for like £1, I feel like over the moon, you know. Imagine some people are selling. Imagine the gap between Mary Z is recipe selling maybe a bangle for £1, and other people are selling automobile what are they called, cars for like I've seen cars which go for like 3 million or 4 million, you know, 4 million, 3 million. And here I am, you know, you know, like in my hobby, selling maybe a bangle or a little jar for like 50p, you know. It's so funny if you think about it. But still, I find joy in selling, you know, when I go to my platforms where I sell the things. I am overjoyed when I sell something like for 50p, you know. So that's the difference we have in life, and people are happy whenever, whatever, you know, um, like what situation they are in. People are just happy. Like this is an example that I feel so happy when I sell something for 50p, and that other people are selling like sports cars for like 3 million 3 million like pounds or US dollars. So that is life, and we must be satisfied with what we have and what we do. You know, we must be happy. So today, I think I've talked about the weather already, that the weather is like moderate. It's not raining much, but there is continuous drizzle. Drizzle is non-stop, but other, it doesn't stop people to do, from doing their day-to-day activities. So as for me today, I managed to do my activities in the afternoon. And then, I was like walking in the rain, like walking in the rain, it is like, I like it sometimes. It's when there's just a drizzle, I'll just be walking in the rain. It feels refreshing and it feels good, when the rain is not hazardous. It is good. Alexin says, no, it's, oh, we have a new guest in the house. That's Alaboti. Alabot Morgan. Alabot Morgan. Hello, Alabot Morgan. How are you? Nice to have you in the live stream. Feel free to tell us where you are connecting from. If you don't mind, you can always tell us where you are connecting from. It will be, or which city you live near. For example, me, I live near a city called London. Yeah, that's where I live. So you can tell us where you are connecting from. We'll be very happy to know. Or you can tell us the city near you. Because I seem to know most cities, I don't know what. When I hear city, I'll just guess. My guesses are very good. When someone says their city, I have like an idea where these cities are. So it's always nice as well to tell us your cities. Alex in by Grace is saying greetings, Imogen, greetings. Alex is greeting Imogen. So we are happy today and to host this live stream towards the weekend. I love the weekend. Who doesn't like the weekend? We all love the weekend, I think. I presume we love the weekend. And Alex in Grace is saying, viewing from the US, 3:35 p.m. Oh, my dear, you are still late afternoon. Whilst here we are like 20:35, we are like a few, less than 4 hours to go to midnight. So that's the time zones. They are really amazing. USA 3:35 where Alex is. Wow. Alex in by Grace is saying, I'm happy the weekend is here. And yes, I'm still working. Yeah, you are nearly going to wind up, What time do you finish? Maybe you finish 5 o'clock or 5:30 or 6:30. Most people do finish like 5 o'clock, So what time do you finish, Alexin? And you are nearly there. Oh, you finish 5:30. Yeah, 5:30 or 6:30 or 6 o'clock. Yeah, that's the normal finishing time for most people, 5:30 or 6 p.m. So soon you will be home. Or if you are working from home, soon you will be done with it, So we are very happy today, and I have a really some topic which is really familiar to nearly everybody. Everybody knows this topic, because my intention, this house gets too hot, so my glasses do steam, and when the glasses steam, it sort of disturbs my vision. That's why I continuously wipe them. So today is another beautiful day. We have another interesting. Oh, we have Angry Ginger. Hello, Angry Ginger. Angry Ginger was here yesterday. Hello. Lovely to have you today, Angry Ginger. How was your day today? And, Did you have a wonderful day? And feel free to join the live stream, and feel free to air your sentiments and to join the chat. Angry Ginger said, sorry, I had to leave. Oh, you just came to say hi. Oh, we love that. We, we love that. It's like a fast train, you know. When you go to the station, the train just comes and goes, you know. That's fine, Angry Ginger. We are really happy because you came. We are very happy because you came. So have a lovely weekend and always remember us and always come back to watch to be part of the live stream. Alex in by grace said, I had got a call here listening again. Oh, that's great, Alex. And Angry Ginger is saying, everyone subscribe and like. Oh, Angry Ginger is saying that before he goes, oh, please do, do what Angry Ginger is saying. He's saying everybody. Imagine, there are about 8 point something billion people in the universe here, on the planet. 8 billion. So I don't know where they are, you know. I wonder, how can we call them? We have tried all sorts of, you know, all sorts of like ways to call them to come over to the live stream. I don't know what they are doing, you know. Are all of them working? Because I know there are always people working, working, working. 24 hours, we have people working, you know. Can you imagine that? Every minute there's someone doing work, 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 work. So that's why sometimes when we are like inviting them to come to the live stream, they cannot come because they are working, you know. We need to bear with them. But of course, those who have just come for weekend, oh, those are the ones we are looking for. They need to come over and have a nice time with us here. Angry Ginger is saying, I meant you look beautiful. Oh, thank you so much, Angry Ginger. It's always nice to have you here. You know, you are one of the the good people who always come to support. I really appreciate that. So Angry Ginger is, you know, is like, you know, it's like, do you know what they do when people are like vying for to occupy, to have some positions? You know the positions I'm talking about. They always have some people who are behind them, who do the work and saying, oh, people, please, can you support this one? Oh, can you support this one? So, you know, it's the trend. It's our trend, you know, among, you know, our day-to-day life. So I'm happy because I also have some people who are here, like Angry Ginger. He's saying, oh, people, do please look upon this lady and support her, which is awesome. It makes life so beautiful. It makes life interesting, you know. And Alex said, by Grace said, yes, oh, they are doing their own live streams. Oh, yes, of course. When it comes to YouTubers, you know, like those with platforms, you know, it's really hard to keep up with other people's live streams because it's like me, I'm here. Then my other colleagues are also doing their live streams. So it's like, you know, it's like a networking. But when sometimes you get the chance, you can also say, oh, let me go and watch their live stream. But yeah, that's how it is. And we appreciate because when they are not doing live streams, people are always supporting each other, like coming to watch the long form videos, watching the shorts, and just going to the posts, which is really awesome. Yeah, we do understand for real. Angry Ginger is saying, oh, thank you, bless you. Oh, that's nice, Angry Ginger. So, oh, we are nearly like, we've got a quarter way now. So, today is another beautiful day. It's a day where we are going to talk about something which is known by everyone. Even, you know, the little ones, everybody knows this subject which I've chosen today. You know, there were times called the medieval time, you know, the medieval time. We've heard about the medieval time. And even at school, people were, you know, those who did history, they would be given like they would study about the medieval times, you know. It's quite a fascinating word, medieval. I find it really fascinating. Angry Ginger is saying, where are you from? I'm from Nigeria. Oh, Angry Ginger says he's from Nigeria. I'm in the United Kingdom. That's where I am. So today we are going to look at what was happening during the medieval time, and people have in some countries they have the medieval history as part of the school curriculum in some countries. But in some countries, people they have their own curriculum. It depends with the country. So when this topic I have today, I should start from the medieval times. You know, the medieval times are those times of long back. You know, long back before the modern time. We are living in the modern time. We are now modernized. We have the Wi-Fi, we have the internet, we have the electric vehicles, we have the spaceships, we have the what else can I say? We have the what all sorts of gadgets nowadays, the robots, you know. And even on the YouTube channel, people are doing artificial intelligence. They are making videos using artificial intelligence. So we are living in the modern times. So the medieval times, you know, when we talk about the medieval times, we think of the Romans. They were saying, oh, long when the Romans, when the Greeks, you know, the times of people like Aristotle, the time of great thinkers. That's the medieval, and the time where there were kings and queens and princesses, you know, that time, you know, the medieval time. So my topic today is give them is their time. Let them shine. Give them time to shine, not us. So today I'm going to talk about weddings. Weddings. Who doesn't like a wedding? Even during the medieval times, people were having weddings, you know. So my topic today is weddings. That's why I said, it's their day. Let them shine, and it's not ours. So here I'm meaning it's the day for the bride and the bridegroom. When they are, you know, when they're having their wedding that day, it's them. They should be in spotlight, not us, the guests, you know. That's the theme today, you know, that's the theme. And Noah, hello Noah Joylini Chaplain, and saying, hello, I'm back. It is nice to see you, Noah Joylini. Nice to have you here. How are things and how was your day today? I hope everything is fantastic. Alexine Beckress is saying, Uncle Ginger, do you also create videos? At first, I thought your name was Angry Ginger. All right, yeah. It sounds like that. It's quite a unique name. I like it. Angry Ginger. Oh, it's very nice. Noah Joelini Chaplain says, it was good. I just had, oh my dear. You had an injury. Where? How did that happen? Oh dear. So Noah Jolini is saying she had an injury. Oh, that's really sad. But I hope you are on the road to recovery. Yeah, injuries do happen, you know. And especially like during these days when there's here, if it's like 4 o'clock, it's already dark, you know, 4 o'clock. We are experiencing, you know, darkness is already, you know, covered the place, you know. So it's just the times when we need to like try to, you know, I don't know what we can do because sometimes the roads might be treacherous because of ice and snow and so on. Oh, we have Blessed Life Jenny saying, Mary Z, blessings. I'm in the background. Oh, lovely to have you. in the background. I'm really privileged to have you here. We also have Seti Pampa. Hello, Seti Pampa. Oh, this is another friend. I sometimes visit here. So Sati Pampa is here today. That's really lovely, Sati. It's nice to have you here, Sati Pampa. And how was your day? And how are you? And how is the how is this journey going on? I hope everything is fantastic. You know what I mean by this journey. This platform here. And Noah Jolini Chaplain is saying, I'm just out of hospital. Oh dear, no, wow, wow. Let's hope it has been fixed, and let's hope you are on the road to recovery. Yeah, things like that do happen, Yeah, do happen. We just pray for you and wish you a speedy recovery, Noah Jolini. Sadi Bamba is saying, Blessed Life Jenny is saying, hello, Sadi Bamba, with lots of love and hearts. That is really beautiful. Greetings from Blessed Life Jenny. Alexine by Grace is saying, oh, nice. And is saying, hi, Blessed Life Jenny. And hi, Sadi Bamba, which is beautiful, with the hugs and love. And Angry Ginger is saying, Mary Z, yeah, Mary Z. Yeah, this is my this is my other colleague. She is there to support and to promote Mary Z's recipes. Blessed Life Jen is saying, sleeping raiders on board. Oh, yeah, I know. Sadie Bamba is saying, blessings, blessed. Yeah, lovely to greet each other. And Sadie Bamba is saying, Alexine, hi, Alexine. And the Blessed Life Jenny is saying, with loads and loads, he's saying, Alexine, blessings, sis, blessings with love, 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 love. Yeah, who doesn't like that? That is awesome. And Noah Jolini Chaplain is saying, it was the encore. Oh, my dear. I can imagine that encore. Wow. So she fractured the ankle. Yeah, it's a bit tricky, ankle. So we just hope, they tried to do. They know how to do the thing. So all we can say is, Noah, we are wishing you the the fastest, if possible, recovery. And let's hope you you are managing the things to do with the pain. That's the other thing which which we need to look into. If you are managing the pain with the analgesias, hopefully, you will recover soon. Seti Bemba said, hi, Mary. Thank you. I'm doing fine. Oh, lovely to hear that, Seti Bemba. And Alexin by Grace says, Noah Jolini, have a good recovery. Sorry about your injury. Yeah, the ankle is a bit tricky. Sometimes, like you may step on something, on an obstacle, then you just the twist you do will cause injury to the ankle. It is really delicate. Yeah, it is really delicate. And Noah Jolene said, have a good recovery. And Alex is saying, Noah Jolene, have a good recovery. Sorry about your injury. And the Blessed Life Jane is saying, they left me running. They will type when they come back to their devices. All right. Then Noah Jolene Chaplin says, thank you very much, Alexine. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we are all wishing you a speedy recovery. We are. Alexine by Grace says, ouch, that is painful. Hope you can take it easy this weekend. Yeah, the thing she has to do is just to try and rest it for some time, and until until the healing starts. Alexin by Grace says, that is nice. Angry Ginger says, I have to go. Sorry. I hope you are not angry. Oh, I wish you had stayed, but what can we do? I hope you come back tomorrow. Tomorrow, we'll be waiting for you. Bye, Angry Ginger. We'll see you another time. Alex and by Grace says, bye, Ginger. Take care. And Noah Jolini says, Chaplain says, do you have any advice for the anchor? All right, any advice for them? You said you went to the hospital and the doctors, did something on the ankle, did they? And Noah Jolene says, hi. Noah Jolene is greeting everybody here and saying hi. So Angry Ginger is going. He's saying bye to everybody. Angry Ginger says, see you tomorrow maybe. Oh, that would be lovely if you come back, Angry Ginger. Yeah, I'll be here waiting for you. So Noah Jolini Chaplin says, yes, they gave me a big boot. Oh, you got that big boot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it can do the trick. The big boot can do the trick. These physicians, they know, they know all these things. So that's the best, they decided for you. So hopefully they want to keep it stable, to keep the angle, not much movement. That's the reason maybe they gave you the boot so that, the muscles and whatever may start to heal. Yeah. So you need to rest it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Most people, I have seen other people given that big boot as well. And the advice is to rest it and allow it to maybe to heal. So hopefully you will be recovering soon. Noah Jolene Chaplin. So we are really happy today. I was saying today the topic is wedding. How do we go about weddings? We love weddings. And I was saying these weddings, we thought they just began in the modern world. No, they began in the medieval. Medieval means long back during the time of the of the kings and the queens. We have heard the stories of the kings and the queens and the stories of the great thinkers, the people like Aristotle, the Romans, during those long back times. So they were wedding as well. So we call that era the medieval time. So what were the weddings like in the medieval time? Usually, so they say that mostly maybe they were like arranged marriages. It's not like you just say, oh, I like to marry that prince and the princess, and then you get the princess. No, they were like sort of arranged marriages. And when the day of the marriage came, of the wedding came, the usually, the family or the parents of the bride were the ones who would supply. Imagine, they would supply the food and all the expenses for the wedding. Unlike nowadays. Maybe sometimes nowadays some families, the bride family foot the bill. Or sometimes the bride and bridegroom foot their bill. But those days, the family of the bride would foot the bill. And how were these weddings held? They say that on the day of the wedding, the brides would wear her only in normal best clothes. There were no like white gowns, or white bridal dresses. They would just wear their normal. You have seen the films where they wear these long dresses, which appear to be so heavy on them. So they would choose. The bride would choose her favorite dress, and then the bridegroom would also choose his favorite, like sort of, outfit, the outfit of long ago. And it was not like a suit or a tuxedo. No, they were just the clothes those they used to wear those days. So on the day of the wedding, the bride and bridegroom, they would be the whole community would come together to witness the wedding, and they would get married maybe outside the church, you know. They wouldn't go, sometimes they wouldn't go into the church. They would just stand by the door of the church, and then they exchange the vows, and then they get married. And then the people would feast for days, not like nowadays when, oh, the wedding just starts maybe at 2 o'clock, and then maybe at maybe midnight it's over. Oh, but those days the people would feast and feast and feast for many days. And they also say the best men would be like prepared to defend, to sort of protect the bride and bridegroom, because they said sometimes people would like to to abduct the bride and the bride and run away with the bride. So they used to have like a protection, protecting the bride, you know. So that was long ago. Now let's go to nowadays. Nowadays we have modern weddings, but these weddings of nowadays, they depend again on which country. In you know, it depends on your culture and the country where you come from. Here I'm just talking about modern wedding, like, what can I say? Modern wedding, pertaining to maybe the Christianity thing, you know, the Christian religion. That's the modern wedding I'm talking about. But other religions, they do their wedding in another way. But today I'm just like giving examples of Christian weddings, you know. So what happens, you know, when someone finds a fiance, usually people they plan to have a wedding. And I love weddings. I don't know. That's why maybe I thought of, you know, talking about weddings, because I'm just obsessed with weddings. Sometimes if I see a film on TV where there's a wedding, oh my God, I just watch it, whether it's interesting or not, because I just like to see them wedding, you know, the wedding. I love weddings. So, um, let's talk about the wedding of modern days. The wedding of modern days. When people want to wed, they, you know, they want to get married. It's about getting married. Wedding is about getting married. So it's a wedding celebration, and the wedding celebration consists of two things. It consists of a wedding ceremony and a wedding reception. This is modern. The ceremony is where the priest come to say, to give you, to help you exchange the vows, or maybe a member from the civil, you know, from the government or the civil department comes to help you to get married. So when you are going to have a wedding, the first thing is to plan. You need to plan the wedding. So as you are planning the wedding, you take several things into consideration. You need, first of all, your budget, because weddings nowadays, they cost lots of money. So you need to budget the wedding. You don't just say, oh, I'm going to wed. So what I need, I just go and look for a dress. No, it doesn't end there. You need to budget for the clothes, the wedding gown, and the man needs to budget for his suit, and the bridesmaids, and the best man, and the attire for everybody. Even sometimes you can even go to the extent of buying the attire for your you know, for your mother, the bride's mother, So you need money, you need to budget. So you budget for the venue. Where are you going to have this wedding? You budget for the clothes. What are you going to wear? You budget for the accessories. Many accessories. Some flowers. You need flowers for decoration. You need ribbons. You need, and also you need transport. Maybe the wedding is going to be held far away from your place of residence. So you need all those things to budget. So you also need to budget the food. Maybe you are going to hire a chef. Maybe you are going to hire, maybe some people do. It depends with your financial status. You can hire maybe many chefs, One chef is for dessert, one chef is for the main menu, one chef is for the cakes, one chef is for, it depends. When you have money, you can hire many chefs, to do the cooking. So, and you also should consider, we said transport, the family dynamics. What we mean by family dynamics is that maybe you are going to invite your family members from overseas. That's part of family dynamics. So you need to arrange for their transport from the airport, and when they come, you need to arrange for their accommodation. So all that is fine, family dynamics. Let's go to the chat. Satibamba is giving us love and hugs. And Blessed Life Jenny is giving us some hearts. So that's what, you need to do, planning a wedding. You need to, to have an idea of the logistics. And when it comes to logistics, family, how are you going to accommodate them? So you need to make a guest list, a list for the guests. Who are those you are inviting, and where are they going to stay? Things like that. So now we have a budget, and now we have an idea about the venue, and the venue for the ceremony. Maybe it might be a church or another place, and the venue for the reception. The reception is that place where you go after exchanging the vows. Then you need to go to a place where people will be having the meal, and people will be having music and dance and so on, and people can give you presents at the reception. So that's how you need to arrange, or to budget, or to plan. It's all about planning. So when we have planned that, that's what is going to happen. You are going to have the wedding at this church, and the reception is at this place, and all the logistics, transport and so on, are in place. Because the main thing here is to make the day. You want the couple to shine. Sometimes we think that the wedding is for the relatives, and the relatives are sort of want to take the center stage. No, wedding is the wedding is for two people. They are the ones who should take the center stage. And Alex said, Noah Jolie Chaplin, I hope you will enjoy the steak dinner. Oh, she's having steak. Wow, I love steak. Oh, that's really nice. So let's imagine now that you have budgeted, you have set aside your budget, the money. You now have the venue, you have the place, the reception, and so on. So a wedding is a celebration or ceremony of marriage, exchanging vows between two people. These two people have decided that on this beautiful day, we want to come together and be a family. So who are these two people? We have the bride and the bridegroom. So what preparations should the bride do? We have finished the logistics and the family issues, the venue, and everything is finished. Now we are looking at the bride. What should she do? The bride is going to look for a dress. She looks for a dress, a wedding dress. Or some people call it a wedding gown, wedding dress, or wedding gown. And what does it look like, this wedding dress? Usually, people might say, oh, it is usually white. It is usually white, because here we are looking at like young people getting married. People say when people are like over another, like a bit like 50, 60, if they want to get married. Usually the colors do not really matter, you know. But the wedding of the young couple, that's the one we are looking at. So they need a white gown. The bride will usually, this is usually, goes for a white gown. And this white gown, usually it is, um, it can come in like 3 pieces. It can have like a bust area here, you know, and it can also have something like a skirt, you know, and usually the skirt is lined with another layer, you know, so that the gown looks like maybe usually like flared sometimes. Although some people do not go for the flared one. They nowadays things have changed. They go for the like the straight gown, you know. But the features are more or less the same. And the gown usually has it has a sort of what can we call it? It has an extension at the back. The gown usually has an extension at the back, and it is called the train of the gown. So the gown has a train, and it has a skirt which is like flared, or in most cases, and sometimes the gowns are made from silk or maybe or just another beautiful material, you know, it depends. So the idea of the train dates back from the medieval times. During the medieval times, you know, when they started, you know, after they wore their ordinary clothes, then there came a time when the brides would wear gowns like nowadays. So the tails of the gowns were long, you know. The longer the tail, that would indicate that that bride is coming from a high class family, like from a royal family, or from a family with aristocrats. Aristocrats were like rich people, you know. So the size of the tail of the gown would tell that, oh, this bride is from a rich family, or from the royal family. And long back during the medieval times, the bride and bridegroom did not go for honeymoon. But nowadays, people go for honeymoon. So that's the difference. Things have changed. So let's go back to the bride. What does she prepare? She prepares the wedding gown. She prepares the wedding dress, of course. And the wedding dress usually has some layers inside, layers inside. And she also needs shoes. Usually, on average, one can prepare like 2 to 3 pairs of shoes, so that during the reception and the ceremony, after the ceremony, she can change into another shoe, then change again into another shoe, then change again into another shoe. That's what people are doing nowadays. So you need shoes to change. You just don't wear one pair of shoes because it's your special day. You need to prepare for the special day. Shoes to change. You need makeup. You need to so that when I come to your wedding, I won't recognize you. I will say, oh, who is that? Is that Mary wedding? You know, people won't recognize you because you have changed. You have makeup, and what else do you need? You need jewelry. You know, you need earrings, and what else do you need? You need the tiara. Or if you want, you can have a floral one or a metal one, or you can have, I don't know, any design, of your headgear, a tiara. And what else do you need? Even during you have your wedding gown, you also need some outfits to change. During the dancing session, people want to, you know, you after the ceremony from the priest, when you go to the reception, you need clothes to change again. You can change 2 times, 3 times, but you need to change. That's what people are doing nowadays. People change into various outfits so that people say, oh, the bride is now wearing this one. She has changed again, because it's your day. You need to you need to shine, it's your day. And yeah, so that's what you should do. So usually the wedding day, people really look at the bride. They sort of forget the bridegroom. They just want to see the bride. Oh, she's wearing a tiara, which is so beautiful. Oh, she has a veil. The veil is is as long as the train. The train is that one, the tail. People call it the tail of the gown, but the actual name is train. The train is beautiful, and it is long. It is maybe 10 meters, long. So people love to see that. And they also love to see the makeup, the tiara, the headgear. They love to see the earrings. They love to see the necklaces or the beads, jewelry for the bride. Here we are talking about the bride. And also the dress itself, the gown itself. Oh my God. People love to see, oh, what gown is she wearing? That's the outstanding thing of the day. That's the outstanding thing, the gown. That's the one which will people come to see. Oh, the gown. It was so beautiful. It had glitters all over. But if you come from like if you are like a royal, we have seen weddings of royals. Their gowns like sparkle. They have diamonds, in them. But here we are not talking about weddings of royals, because there are just a few of them. We are talking about us, the majority, So you need to just improvise. You have your gown sparkling if you want to. But it doesn't mean it should sparkle. Choice is different. If you want it to be plain without any sparkles, it's also good, because people have different choices. Because that day, it's your day. It's your moment as the bride and bridegroom. It's their moment. And the other thing, from the train, the skirt should be beautiful as well. Whether it's a slim skirt or a flared skirt, it should look beautiful as well. And the bust area here, the torso here, it also should look awesome. If you want, you can put glitters on it. If you don't want, you can just leave it plain white, because it's your day. You need to show that you are ready for the wedding as the bride. Then what else do you have? You need to have a bouquet. Oh, some people call it a bouquet. I don't know. It's like a French word. So the bouquet, people also look at the bouquet. Oh, the bouquet is so beautiful, with white flowers or pink flowers or whatever color you like. So the bouquet is also really something to be particular about, because people love to see the bride. They are only coming to see the bride. I don't know, maybe it's only me. I go and see, when I attend a wedding, the only person I will be looking at is mainly the bride. Then, of course, I will look at the bridegroom. But the bride attracts the attention, because of the white gown, Oh, we have Alex and said a train. Yes, the train of the gown. How long is it? Like in the after the medieval times, when they were like like going towards modernization, they would see the class. Nowadays we call that class, but long back it was the status, the status of the family where the bride was coming from was determined by the train, the length of the gown. The longer it is, that means, oh, they are so rich, because those days I think material was very expensive. But nowadays, some people don't mind. They don't even mind the train. Some will just go for just a dress, just a dress, Yeah, it's fine. It's their choice. What can we say? But here we are just talking about the norm. The norm. The norm. What like the rigid type of wedding. Yeah, the norm. And people can choose what they want. If they want a gown with no train, that's fine. If they want a gown with a train, that's fine. So we are just talking about the norm. So we go back again to the bride. The bride is a tiara. The bride is makeup. The bride is all sorts of makeup. We can't even recognize her. The bride has the bust part of the dress. It's awesome, and the skirt part of the gown is beautiful, and the train part of the gown is stunning. If she likes the train. So that's it really about the gown and the jewelry, the makeup, the shoes, and after some time when you are in the reception, she will change again, change again, change again. This is modern time. So now, before we go to the bridegroom, we can then talk about the bridesmaids. Yeah, let's talk about the bridesmaids. The bridesmaids, it's the bride who chooses the colors of the bridesmaids. So when the bride chooses her color, it's her day. We don't have to say, "Oh, why did you choose this color?" That's her choice. Usually let them choose what they want because it is their day. Angry Ginger says, "Hello." And Angry Ginger is back. He wants to hear about the wedding. I know. And Alex is saying, "Hi, main world. See you." A main world is giving us some love and some likes. Hello, main world. And Alex says, "I have to come and see you soon, sister. Your name has been on my numerous daily to-do list." Yay, yay, I know. So Alexin is talking about maiden world. Yeah, so we are saying, okay, the bride will choose colors for her bridesmaids. And when she chooses colors for her bridesmaids, we don't have to mind it. Whether she chooses this color or that color, it's her choice because it's her day. So if you are going to be a bride, don't mind don't mind your siblings says, "Oh, we don't want that color." No, do what you like. It's your day, and your colors are your colors. So the bride will choose the colors for the bridesmaids. Now there's like a twist here. When the bride chooses colors for her bridesmaids, the other like guests and family members should not wear the same colors like the bridesmaids because we want them to shine. Angry Ginger said, "Very see, will join you, join my life if I go live." Yeah, just, yeah, I will. Alex says, okay. So, the thing is, here we are talking about the norm. If you do like to change the colors, when the bride suggests the colors, if you are a sibling and you say, "Oh, we don't want this color," then it's up to you. But we are just telling people what the norm is. You'll allow the bride to choose her colors, and the other people who are not bridesmaids should not wear the colors which the bride has chosen for her bridesmaids. For example, we know the bride is going to wear a white gown, and the bridesmaids means she says, "Oh, she wants the bridesmaids to wear maybe what color can I say? Maybe a blue color. So we do not expect the other people who are coming to the wedding to wear blue. So we want these people to be outstanding. The bride is outstanding in her white, and the bridesmaids have their color, and obviously the bride will not choose white for the bridesmaids. No, it's a no-go area. Don't choose white if you are wearing a white gown, because the thing here is we want to see the bride in her white, no other person, you know, except usually the little, like the flower girls, those ones who throw petals, you know, like when they are doing when they are doing the wedding procession. So maybe those ones are allowed to wear white, but otherwise no other person should wear white, you know. Ingrid, no other person should wear. Yeah, so guys, just know that I'm talking about the norm. If you want to divert from the norm, that's fine, you know. But here we are just talking about the norm, you know. This is from some experts, you know, wedding planners. They are called wedding planners. That's what they recommend. It's like recommendations. So now we are seeing the bride in her white. We have seen the colors of the bride, and then the other people, the public, we can't call them the public, the guests and the relatives and friends. What should they do? There are colors which you are not allowed to wear. You know, you are not allowed to wear according to the wedding planners. You know, so let me tell you the colors which the guests are not allowed to wear. So the guests, like the other people, the friends and the guests and the relatives, you are not allowed to wear ivory, because ivory color is just nearly going towards white color, you know. So you are not allowed to wear white. You are not allowed to wear like a color which is like champagne, like it's more or less like ivory, it's more or less like white, you know. And you are not supposed to wear white is out. White is completely out. If you are a guest, do not wear white when you are attending a white wedding. You know, that's the norm. If you want to wear white, it's up to but the norm is don't wear white, you know. Because this day is for two people, the bride and bridegroom. And do not wear colors like, same colors like the bridesmaids. So, because when the wedding is announced, you know, it takes a long time. So people will be talking, you know, be chatting and, you know, saying, oh, finally, did you find the color of the bridesmaids? And then the bride said, yes, they are wearing blue. So we, the other guests, we are not allowed to wear the color, same color, like the bridesmaids, you know. You know, this is the norm, you know. This is the norm, you know, what, you know. So we don't wear the same color as the bridesmaids because we want these people to be outstanding. And the other thing, if you are going to a wedding, and you know, a wedding is something special. You are not supposed to wear jeans, you know. Don't wear your denims. Don't wear your jeans, you know, to a wedding. You know, this is the norm. If you want to wear, you can wear. But we are just talking about the norm, you know. So jeans are out, you know, because they are just casual, you know. Jeans are not, you know, good for attending a wedding in. Denims, no denims, no jeans, you know. And the other color is yellow. When you are like, the bride is white, so don't wear yellow again, because yellow is nearly the white, you know. Yeah, so those are the colors which you and the other thing again, sometimes there are colors which are so bright that as when the bride, you know, as you enter the place of like the ceremony, you come in a very bright color. It is not really advisable again, because bright colors, people will just start looking at you instead of, because we want to spend the 24 hours sort of looking at the bride, you know. So when you come to a wedding, you know, do not wear those like bright colors. Otherwise it will be too much attention on you, because we want the attention to go to the bride. So avoid some bright colors. you know, because we don't want you to steal the show. Because this show is for the bride and bridegroom. So we are just trying to be careful, so that we just keep our attention on the bride. It's just one day, and and let the two shine, not us. So no bright colors, no colors which are nearly white, and unless sometimes nowadays the bride will say she wants everyone to wear white. That's fine. If the bride says all people should come wearing white, I've seen that, nowadays people have choices. So that's when choices come into place. But I was just talking about the norm. So if the bride says everyone should come in white, that's her choice. So we wear white. And if she says everyone should wear ivory, that's her choice. So we wear ivory. But otherwise, we are just talking about normally what we should do to make sure that they are in the limelight. So yeah, so we have finished up the dressing concerning the bride. And I like the other thing which is really amazing is the guests like to also can come. The guests, all the other people, the women can come dressed, in the colors which the bride likes, and they can also wear some fascinators. Fascinators are beautiful, and some like to wear the larger hats, which are also beautiful. That is beautiful, and that is really recommended. You can wear. It shows that you are in a celebration. Unlike wearing jeans and denim. Unless the bride says, come wearing jeans or come in your denim, you can go in your denim. But otherwise, like normally, we are talking about usually, you can wear the fascinators, you can wear the hats, you can, what else can you wear? You can wear the colors which are suggested by the bride, and then the day will go on, like before it's over, the weddings go very fast. Then everyone goes, Unlike long back, the medieval times, the wedding will go on and on for days. They will be eating, feasting, and having their drinks. It's long back. So that's the bride. Let's go on to the bridegroom. The bridegroom also comes with his friends. The bridegroom has his best man and the other men to accompany him. So the bridegroom usually wears a suit, and a beautiful shirt. The bridegroom chooses his color of shirt, Yeah, here I'm just talking about the norm. He chooses his color, a beautiful suit, and sometimes he can change into a tuxedo, like during after the main ceremony. The main ceremony usually they wear suits, because a tuxedo is that one where it has a little line on the side, and he wears a bow, like he's going for dinner. He can change into that, but usually it's a suit and a lovely shirt, and maybe if he wants, he can wear a bow or a tie. That's the bridegroom. The bridegroom doesn't have many, many like nitty-gritties. As long as he's looking smart with his shirt, the suit, beautiful shoes, yeah, that's fine. But most of the attention is on the bride. Most of the attention is on the bride. So that's how this wedding will go on. But now let's just have a quick review about the reception. I mean the ceremony. Oh, the ceremony! I don't know which one I like, the ceremony or the reception. I think I like the ceremony. I really enjoy the ceremony, because the ceremony is so like emotional, So what happens is that the bride needs to prepare herself ahead of time, because we don't want a situation where we are going to wait in the church for the bride to come for maybe 2 hours. She's still doing makeup, so she needs to wake up early on that day and just do the makeup, the preparation. And if the church starts at 10 o'clock, she should be ready by the ceremony starts at 10. By 9 o'clock, she'll just be seated, maybe in the house or wherever, seated and just looking at and just doing the final touches of maybe a lipstick and so on. Just give yourself time, maybe 1 hour ahead, you are done. And you are waiting for your brother or your father to take you to your husband, to the bride, to the groom. So get ready in time, because we don't want to spoil the day. So the bride is ready 1 hour early. She's ready. Then she goes with whoever, with the in-law, one of the in-laws. She goes to the church, but before she goes, the groom will be already there. The groom maybe arrives there maybe 2 hours earlier. You'll be just there. The people like, oh, the groom is here already. So the groom enters the place of ceremony first, and then he will be waiting for the bride to come. And then when we are there, all the guests are seated. So we should be seated, all of us seated. Everyone should be seated before the bride comes. That's what is done. So everyone is seated. Maybe it's in the church or in the cathedral. So everyone is seated, and the bridegroom, with his mates, with his friends or best men, already. The best men are seated already, and the bridegroom is just standing there. Oh my God, he's just waiting there, waiting. And Alexine says, thanks for the review of traditional wedding etiquette and culture. See you again soon. Oh, that's fine, Alex. So the bride will then, the bridegroom is waiting. The bride will then come, and then music starts playing, or sometimes the people start singing. The bride enters with one of the in-laws, and then the in-laws will give the bride to the bridegroom. And then everything then starts. The ceremony will start, and as the ceremony starts, the one who is going to say, to make them say the vows, will take his position, and then the marriage ceremony takes place. They exchange what are called vows. Yeah. For example, one of the vows is, will say, you know it will say, until do us part, until dash do us part. That's the, like, maybe the conclusion of the vows, and in sickness and in health, something like that. So those are the vows. Then after they exchange the vows, they exchange rings again. They get some rings, and then the one hosting the vows will ask them to, to kiss, and then after that, everyone will be happy, and then people go to the reception, and the bride will all this time, the bride will be showing some elegance. She won't be like laughing, they laugh, but not like the way I'm laughing now. It will be like laughing with some elegance, and some showing sort of some sophistication. That's what the brides do. That's what they do. So after the exchanging of vows, like the vows may include, in times of happiness, in times of sickness, in times of when there's prosperity, in times when, in health, and it will be lifelong and happily ever after, something like that. So those are the vows. Basically, they are promising each other to share the life together, and they are promising each other to keep, they promise to keep promises, and they promise each other to always be nice to each other, that's the purpose, they make some vows, means to promise to do the right thing, so the that's what happens during the wedding ceremony. So after the wedding ceremony, uh, everyone will be congratulating them, and then people go to celebrate. They go to celebrate in at a venue of their choice, And what happens at this wedding reception? It's called the wedding reception. People feast, they eat, like I said before, uh, some people will have various chefs, and they'll serve the most delicious food, and they serve the most delicious drinks, and everyone will be enjoying. And that's the time when the bride will come with another dress, and then come with another dress, keep on changing dresses, and she keeps on changing shoes because it's her day. So let's give them time to shine, because it's their time to shine. It's not our time to shine. It's the bride's time to shine. So that's what we need to always remember. It's their time to shine. So at the reception, when we go to the reception, I find I attended some wedding where, they decorate the tables, all the tables are beautiful decorated, and everyone sits, everyone has a seat to sit, and then the food will come in like every table is the same type of food is served on every table, same type of food, and the food which the bride and bridegroom eat is the same food which the guests eat as well. This is what I saw at another wedding. And sometimes they bring, if the room is big enough, the food will be in like large warmers, like if warmers for the food, and then, so that people enjoy the warm food, they enjoy the hot food, because food is supposed to be hot. Yeah. So food is served there, and then at the reception, and there's this place called the high table. Who sits at the high table? Usually the bridegroom, and the bridesmaids, they sit at the table, at the high table, and sometimes close friends sit at the high table, and the mother-in-law, also mother of the bride, is called mother of the bride, sits also at the high table with other close relatives. It depends with the space, and it depends with the arrangement of the place, of the reception. If there's space, everyone is treated the same, where people eat the same food, the same dessert, the same drinks, because it's like, some people say, it's like food being dished out by the bride and bridegroom. That's what they are giving to the people to say thank you for coming to witness our marriage, So that's why people just eat the same food usually, yeah, the same food. And and some people, it depends with, with your, how you afford these things. If you can afford to have the chefs, there will be a menu, it's like you have a menu, and the chefs will prepare a menu for the guests, and then you choose what you want to eat. Sometimes you choose what you want to eat at the reception. Then when food is served, then comes a time when people will start, entertainment. Entertainment is really important. You will have music of various tastes, or sometimes the bride and bridegroom, they choose their music. They do choose their music. And then usually the bride and bridegroom will do what is called the first dance. They will dance, and then the bridegrooms, the bridesmaids will also join in the dance, and then people will be happy. That's the entertainment. Yeah, that's the entertainment. And there's also another thing I haven't talked about. It's the cake, the wedding cake. Usually, people have what is called a tiered cake. A tiered cake is a cake with, like, there's one cake there, another on the top, another on the top, another on the top, another on the side. Maybe you can have just one sort of height, or you can have the sides as well. So a tiered cake is bottom, base, then another one, another one, another one, another one. It depends with how much you can afford. So people usually have a tiered cake, meaning in steps, one after the other. So during the weddings reception, there is a time when people enjoy, they are served the cake. The bride and bridegroom are the first ones to cut their cake, and then they give each other the cake, and then the rest of the guests will also have the share of the cake. So that's the cake. And usually the cake is well decorated, and yeah, it is well decorated, because it's not like a usual cake. A wedding cake is not an ordinary cake. It is a special cake which is well decorated, and the guests will enjoy eating the cake as well. So this all is about people who are having they're in the limelight on that day. It's about them, their cake, their high table, their clothes, the colors of their clothes, their flowers, and so on and so on. It's all about them. And we, the guests, are there just to support them and to make sure that the day goes on well. So that's what we do. And then the other thing we should also remember about the wedding are the videos. Nowadays, there are videos. But long back, it used to just to be some photos. But nowadays, you can take videos, you can take photos of your wedding, and you can share the photos with your friends and relatives, after the wedding, and you can also give them the videos of the wedding. So it's very important to have videos and photos. That's the other reason I was saying, when you are attending this wedding, do not wear clothes which are like for this white wedding. Do not wear clothes which are nearly white, like the champagne color and the other lighter colors. Because when you go for the photo shoot, maybe you are the other sibling, you sort of appear like you're wearing white. So that's what happens in photos. So try to wear colors which are like far away from the white, so that you come out in the photos, you are looking also as one of the, like the sibling, you are looking beautiful in another color, not white, because white is hair day. So that's the other reason you need to choose proper colors, not nearly white, like the bride, like the gown of the bride. So we've touched on the cake, and we have touched on the photos. The photos, we've touched on that as well. So the other thing we need to touch on is when the wedding is finished, obviously the bride and bridegroom will go on honeymoon. There's something called honeymoon. I just forgot to research what this honeymoon is all about. We just say, oh, they're going for honeymoon, but we don't. As for me, I need to like research and find out, oh, what is this honeymoon all about, and to understand it better. So I'm going to try and look up on the honeymoon and its origins and what it all means. So what I'm saying here is the bride and bridegroom, then after the wedding, usually, some people go, some people don't go, but usually they go on honeymoon. And in this modern world, some people will go like to holiday resorts. Some will go like, oh, we are going to New York for honeymoon. We are going to Spain for honeymoon. We'll be in London for honeymoon. It is really good, because that's what it should be. And some people will say, oh, we are going to Dubai. People love going to Dubai as well. And some will go to France or to Turkey for honeymoon, or they'll just go in their local areas. They find a place which is beautiful and just go there and relax. So honeymoon is also part of the wedding ceremony. Part of the wedding ceremony. So I think I've tried to touch everything. So we've talked about honeymoon. We've talked about the clothes, and there's also something which I wanted to talk about. It's when the wedding is about to finish, when people are in the reception area or in the reception hall. Sometimes, usually, the bride is not going home with her bouquet, the bouquet, the flowers. She doesn't go home with them. I don't know when this started, and I don't know why it is done, but that's the thing. They say even in medieval times, this usually happened with the best men. They sometimes there's something which they used to give the best men, so that to mark that that's the end of the wedding. But nowadays, the bride is not going home with her bouquet. Even if the bouquet is beautiful or it has cost her like I don't know how much money, usually the bride will give the bouquet to one of the bridesmaids. It's just it's just like funny. And it is just like a funny thing to do and a pleasant thing to do. So what will happen is the bridesmaids will line themselves in front of the bride, and the bride steps like a few steps away from them, and she will be like giving her back to the bridesmaids, so that she can throw the bouquet, and then the one a lucky bridesmaid will catch the bouquet. It is believed that if a bridesmaid a bridesmaid catches the bouquet, and if she's like single, she's not yet like married, she's single, then it is uh, like it will motivate, or it will be like a sort of a lucky charm. It is like a lucky charm that, oh, the one who catches the bouquet is going to find a fiance and also, follow suit, and you also have a wedding. Yeah. So it's just like a lucky charm. So that's why they throw the bouquet, and then one of the bridesmaids catches, and then people say, oh, this one is going to get to have a wedding as well. Sometimes it happens, they will have a wedding, or sometimes they'll just say, although I caught the bouquet, maybe I wait until I don't know, to have a wedding. So that's the interesting part about weddings. We all love weddings. I love the weddings. And I said, between the reception and the ceremony, although I'll be hungry by the time the wedding finishes, but I love the ceremony part of the wedding. I find it really amazing. And I don't want to be late. When people invite me to a wedding, I want to go there in time and get seated, and then just be gazing, by the doorway, waiting for this, when they sing, here comes the bride, then we'll be able to just see this vision of the beautiful bride coming in to take her vows. So that's why I love weddings. And the other thing which fascinates me is the when the bride and bridegroom are exchanging vows. It is also an exciting thing. It's amazing, and I find it really amazing and entertaining to listen to how they exchange the vows and how they give each other the rings, and the first kiss, which is obvious. Everyone will be waiting. Oh, we are waiting for the first. Everyone waits for that, which is really funny. I find it really funny. And otherwise, it's a worth thing to do, to have a wedding. It's worth, for those who can have weddings. That is really amazing. It's a good day. It's a wonderful time, and people love the weddings. So I can let me just give a brief summary of what I've been saying. So the main thing here is when the fiancés, the two fiancés, the man and the gentleman and the lady, when they decide that, oh, they are going to have a wedding. So the first thing they will decide is, okay, we want to have a wedding. They need to look at the budget, unless they are lucky, unless there is someone who just cater for their budget. But if they are just doing it themselves, they need to consider the budget. It's very important, because the budget will encompass everything to do with the wedding, like the attire, the accessories, the flowers, the wedding gown, the suits, the food, the venues, the transport, and the other logistics. So budget is very important. Some people will have, they will maybe ask a member of the family to be like a wedding planner, or they can hire someone else to plan the wedding. They will sit together with that person and do the budgeting, and then they start looking for the venues. And then when the venues are there, the date of the wedding is set, then they will start inviting their relatives and friends. And then they start preparing the dressing. The wedding gown is I think the wedding gown is the spectacular thing of the day. It's the main important thing of the day, because people want to see the bride. And the bride will wear a spectacular gown. She will choose whatever she wants to choose. If she wants a flared one, or a slim fit one, or if she wants a train on her gown, the train, which maybe is about 12 meters or 2 meters, it's her choice. But otherwise, the limelight is on the bride and bridegroom. And I've talked about the colors. If it's a white wedding, we must try to unless the bridemaid, unless the bride wants you to wear white. Otherwise, we know now what to do with the colors. We want to give her the limelight to let her shine because it's her day. And then uh, everybody on the day of the wedding, everybody's welcomed, all the invited guests, and they'll be wearing, everyone will be looking spectacular with their colors of dress, and some will wear some, some fascinators and some large sauced hats, the ladies. And the men will be smartly dressed. Everyone will be looking smart on the wedding day. And lastly, before I wind up, we have forgotten I forgot to talk about someone who is very important, as the bride comes into the church or into the cathedral. There are always little ones who carry some little baskets, And what are they going to do, the little ones? They will be like, picking petals and, dropping petals, picking petals. This is preparing the way for the bride, which is really amazing. So we should always also take note of the little ones. They always come to support. They are always there to support the bride. And these little ones, I said earlier that they are allowed to wear, whatever color they want to wear. They can wear, usually they wear the white, They are always, the bride allows them to wear the white, The little ones usually wear white. They are allowed. But every other person, it's with the discretion, that's the best word. It's according to the discretion of the bride to allow you to wear something white or something near white. But otherwise, the brides always allow the little ones to wear white. And the little ones love this white, and they'll be like looking so smart and looking so cute, and they will be like throwing petals. I've seen even little boys, I have seen little boys also throwing petals. And I've also, lastly, before I forget, I nearly forget this other little one. Usually, there's a little boy who comes with a little pillow, and this, usually it's like maybe a boy, and on the little pillow, there will be the rings, So this little boy will go. Some of them will throw the pillow if they are too little. They'll throw the pillow, to the bride or bridegroom, which is really fun. It makes the wedding interesting. It makes the wedding fascinating. So we should also accommodate the little boys who are allowed to carry the rings, and they will go with the rings, and they know what to do, and they will give to the bride or bridegroom, which is really fascinating. So I hope you have enjoyed my I hope you have enjoyed this session today, and where I just was talking about, it is just a reminder, just to have, to while up the time, and to, and just to, when next time we go to weddings, we will be seeing these things happening. I said, oh, look, there's are the little girls carrying the petals. Oh, that's the flower of the boy carrying the rings. And oh, look at the mother of the bride. That's the one I'm going to talk about lastly now as a conclusion. So the mother of the bride, my God. Anyone, if like, it's like, if your mother is still around, it's a good day for her, because she will be like, everyone will say, oh, that's the mother of the bride. People love to see the mother of the bride, if the mother is still around. Yeah. So the mother of the bride will be wearing, will be so immaculate. They love to wear the saucer type of hat, and she will be wearing that beautiful, some of them like to wear the larger saucer hats and a beautiful dress, and some of them would go for maybe a fascinator, but usually you see them wearing the larger saucer hats with a beautiful outfit. And of course, usually the bride, you know, together with the mother of the bride, they come together and they decide which one is the best for the mother of the bride, because the mother of the bride is very, very important, during this ceremony. So we have touched on everybody. I hope so. Mother of the bride, bridegroom, the bride herself, the bridesmaids, the flower girls, the little ones, and the ring holders, and everybody else. So that's the wedding, and things have changed. And nowadays, everyone chooses whatever they want to do. But today, I was just talking about the norm, what people expect modern days, nowadays, what people expect. But, weddings are different in every country. Some people do not wear dress you know, like the way I was describing. In other countries, people wear different clothes, during the wedding ceremonies. It depends with your culture and your country. But here I was just talking about mostly in this like in Christian countries, like here, where people do what I've been talking about. So I hope you have enjoyed the session. Let me just thank the people who were in the live stream. And then we can also always come back tomorrow. Thank you, Alexine by Grace, for attending the session. Sadi Bamba, thank you so much. Angry Gingers, thank you so much for attending the live stream. Main World Day in World, thank you so much, sister, for attending the live stream. Blessed Life Jenny, thank you so much. And let's see who else. Noah, Jolene Chaplin, thank you so much. I wish you a speed recovery, concerning your ankle. And we also had, who else was here? I'm just checking again. I've read Blessed Life Jenny at the Bam Bam. I'm checking again. I just want to thank everybody who find it fit to come. Elaboti Mortgage, Elaboti Mojen. Thank you so much, Elaboti Mojen, for gracing the live stream. Maya Pesi, thank you, Maya, for coming to the live stream, Maya. I really appreciate. Rennie Sparks, thank you so much, Rennie Sparks, from Calorina. So Rennie Sparks, I wish you a speed recovery, and I hope the healing will take its course, and I hope you will like have less pain. You'll have less pain, and on your road to recovery. So thank you everybody for being here for me, Mary Z is Recipes. It's not easy to leave what your house chores and also in the work and so on to come to a live stream. So thank you so much. And Rennie, I again say again that I wish you the best of recovery, and hope you'll be healing soon. We also had Shadow Strike. Shadow Strike, thank you for coming to the live stream. I really appreciate your presence. And we had Azu Tezi. Azu Tezi. I don't know, I missed you earlier. I didn't read your name. Thank you, Azu Tezi, for coming to the live stream. I really appreciate your presence. Yeah, I really appreciate your presence. So the first person to come to the live stream was Rennie Sparks, R8U. Oh, thank you so much for being the first one to to come to the live stream. Otherwise, I am thanking everybody who was able to attend the live stream. I'll be back again tomorrow, and because tomorrow is weekend, I'll be free as free. So tomorrow I'll be free as free, and I'll be here again with another, just discussion and so on. Thanks all.